Hi guys, so today we want to talk about Skitch. I just wanted to show this to you. Lots of teachers find this to be very useful for taking screenshots. It allows you to do several things. You can add text, add shapes, add arrows, blur out parts of an image, highlight or write on an image or crop an image, all within Skitch, and then share that seamlessly with other tools. And it's a very easy way to take screenshots. The key combination is very similar to the Apple built-in key commands for taking screenshots. So it's very good. So if you're interested in this, you can find it at evernote.com/skitch. If you download that, it shows up in your downloads folder like this. I'll double click it, open it up, the Skitch app comes out. If you just drag that into your applications folder, it will be installed. And then you can launch it just by searching Skitch in Spotlight and hitting enter, or you can just find it in your applications folder once you've put it in there, which I'm sure you guys know how to do that. Once you launch Skitch the first time, it looks like this. And basically, to get the best functionality out of Skitch, to get the full functionality out of Skitch, you really need to create an Evernote account. So it'll say here, sign in to save to Evernote. If you go there, you can say I'm new to Evernote, create an Evernote account, or in my case, I already have one, so I'll go ahead and sign in. And then when you sign in, it will automatically save your screenshots to Evernote. So they're backed up online if you ever need access to them in the future, or if you use more than one computer, or if you're cross-platform Windows and Mac, it'll also back up all your screenshots and you can access them from other computers. And so you can see it's busy syncing right now. I already have a ton of screenshots in my Skitch on Evernote, and you'll see they start coming up. But let me show you the functionality of Skitch. Okay, so basically how it works is once you've launched Skitch, when you quit it the first time, it should ask you some questions. Do you want it to keep running and stuff? So basically Skitch sits in your menu bar right here. And you can click there to take screenshots if you want to launch the app, or you can use a key combination that's very similar to the Apple key combination. So on a Mac, it's Command-Shift-3 or Command-Shift-4 to take a screenshot. With Skitch, it's Command-Shift-5. And so if I do, let's say I bring up something I want to take a picture of. Let's say I have this and I want to insert, let's say, this equation into my note sheet, or this picture of this guy over here or something. Or you want to do like a vocab kind of a test or something. You can do this, Command-Shift-5. It brings up these nice crosshairs with guidelines so that you can see where the screenshot is going to start and end. And when you let go, it brings this up. You can decide that you want to do a timed capture, and you can decide your height and width and all that kind of stuff. But most of the time, you just do capture. This timed capture is useful if you want to take screenshots of menus on your computer, drop-down menus and things like that. But for most of us, just capture is enough. And now that I've got a screenshot here, I can do all kinds of things to it. So I can add arrows to call attention to certain things. You can change the color, of course, of all these arrows that you're using. You can just go nuts with that. You can also change the thickness. You get just ton of little controls and settings that lets you customize your additions to the screenshot. Or you can add some text, so you can just add text on your screenshot. And you'll see that it automatically adjusts for what you've added. It actually adds some white space. Okay. Also, you can add shapes if you just want to outline something for your students. Or you can highlight things. Of course, this is already highlighted, but you can highlight things. That's a very thin stroke there. You can, I just basically crossed that out. You can do highlighting. Okay. You can add some markers. You can also blur out text. So one teacher said that they really like the blurring out feature because you can then blur out things and use it in a test, like on a map or a diagram that you can then ask students questions about, and you don't have to recreate the wheel. So let me get rid of some of these things. I'll show you that feature. Okay, so if I want to just blur this out and have the kids tell me what does that mean. So it says sometimes you need to add a term to an expression. This process is called what? So the kids, I can put this in my test now or on my note sheet, and the students have to answer that question. And you can also crop, of course. Just very quickly crop things. In this case, that's kind of useless, but you can do that. And you also, of course, have undo if you did anything you don't like. And the nice thing, so that's basically just a quick overview of all the things you can do to an image with Skitch. But then the very nice thing is what you can do with this now, once you have it here. Let's say you open up Word and you want to put this in Word or Google Docs or any application really. You just click on this tab at the bottom, and you can then drag that image into the application. And now the image is here for you to use in your instructional materials. Okay. Another thing that you might want to do is take this image and turn it into a file. So you have options down here where you can change the image type. Okay. And then once you've selected that, I'll leave it PNG, but I mean that's the normal screenshot format for a file. You can do JPEG or bitmap or PDF or whatever you want. If you want to put this, let's say, as a file on your desktop, you can take this, drag it to your desktop, and just let go, and it will actually create a file there for you. But something to notice here about this is the name of the file. The name of the file is definitely a lot better than the built-in Apple screenshot utility. The name of the file comes from the PDF document I was using. So this to me has some meaning, as opposed to the date and the word screenshot that Apple uses. So this is very, very useful. You can see Skitch takes all your screenshots and gives them some kind of meaningful name so that you have some frame of reference from where this thing came from. Okay. Sometimes the name is very accurate. Also, you can see here, these are all my screenshots. Skitch takes care of file management for you. So I don't have files on my desktop, cluttering up my desktop, unless you choose to do so, you can put them there. But by default, Skitch has all your files here in the program. It's not cluttering up your desktop. It's just staying in here. It's also backed up online. You can access it somewhere else if you want. You can search through them if you want for later. A very, very, very useful tool. That's a quick little overview of the useful features of Skitch, and I hope you try it out, and I hope it helps you with your productivity.